all these parents just passing phones along to their kids because their kids asked for one or said, I'm the only one without a phone, or the parent upgraded their own phone. So they were like, oh, well, now we have a phone, so we'll just give our child a phone. Those are all horrible reasons to give your child a phone. Giving your child a phone changes everything and is not the kind of decision that you should just make because it happens to work or you don't want to disappoint your child. I believe that kids will show us readiness cues, but I'm also going to preface all of that with, even if your child demonstrates these readiness cues, I still set 14 as the benchmark. So my third child, who just hit 14, he just got a phone. He was the last unicorn standing at school without a phone, and I am perfectly fine with it, and I have no regrets about that decision. So even if your child meets these readiness points, I would still say that plus 14 is a good guidepost. But so going into those points, we want to look at emotional readiness. So we're looking at, how does your child handle their emotions? How do they handle expressing themselves? Are they impulsive? Are they reactive? Because if you've got a child who just flies off when they're mad and says all the things in your house, why on earth would you put a phone in their hands to basically give them a microphone to the world, right? We know that our social footprint, your child can say, well, I deleted it on my end. And I've heard that from kids who have done or sent or said the thoughtless thing without them realizing, like, that's okay that you deleted it on your end. It still lives wherever you sent it, and it can be screenshot and then continue on. So emotional readiness. So thinking about, how do they handle themselves? How do they express themselves? How is their emotion regulation overall? Then on top of that, how is just their overall responsibility? Do they handle their homework? Do they manage their time well? Are you always on top of them? Always have to remind them of things? If you're always having to remind them, like, nope, you got to turn off the TV, or you got to leave your friend's house sooner because you never have enough time done to do homework, or you never allow enough time to study for tests and your grades reflect that, why would you give them another distraction? So letting your child know, our expectation is we really want you to step up and show us, like, hey, I'm responsible, I'm independent, I'm driven, I can handle these things on my own, right? We're not expecting perfect, but we're saying, in general, you're not writing them over every single thing they need to do. And then finally, how do they take care of their things? Because a phone is just another expensive thing. And if your child is like constantly leaving shoes at the friend's house and a uniform at practice or the water bottle wherever, then why would you add one more thing? It's about looking at, how does your child handle what they already have and the load they are carrying? Are they showing you they're ready for more? Are they showing you like, hey, I've got a good handle on this? Or is it like, no, we've got some practice to do. We've got some growing into it to do. So those are kind of my big benchmarks of readiness, because so many times parents pass over a phone and don't realize you've just passed over potential for more conflict with your child, and you're already in a lot of conflict. So why would you add the potential for more with a device now in the mix?